Let's see, I've got technically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 videos that I need to do. I'm not doing all 5 all night, but I'm going to do 2. And then I'll save 2 for tomorrow. California, back in the spotlight. Another city, another day, another bankruptcy. Wow. What city? Another no-name city? Oh no. You'll recognize this one. Matter of fact, wasn't Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure San Bernardino High School? Yeah. I wonder how that's working out for them right now. San Bernardino votes to file for bankruptcy protection. How's that economic recovery working out for you? Matter of fact, I heard in Spain it's working out real well, as they've got 72 billion euros of austerity just thrown down their throats. And they're fighting right now, protests, fires, you name it. Kind of like the beginning of Greece again, all over, except this time it's much bigger. That's another story for another day. The San Bernardino City Council votes to file bankruptcy, facing a $45 million budget shortfall and the prospect of not being able to pay city workers. The panel Tuesday voted to file municipal bankruptcy, the third Californian city in a matter of weeks, by the way. The vote came shortly after the interim city manager recommended seeking bankruptcy protection, saying the city may not be able to make payroll over the next 3 months. Quote, "We have an immediate cash flow issue," Andrea Miller told the mayor and the 7-member council. The dire fiscal situation remains even after the city negotiated a $10 million in concessions. Or not in, but the city negotiated $10 million in concessions from employees and slashed the workforce by 20% over the last 4 years. Man, it ain't enough. We implemented austerity measures, took pay cuts, 20% of the workforce is gone, and damn it, we've got this mountain of debt behind us. Man, it just doesn't seem to work out. Isn't that amazing? This whole thing can be solved. This is so... It angers me. I'll refer back to President Lincoln. Civil War, North versus South. Lincoln was on the north side, right? North and South could not afford to pay their soldiers. They were running out of gold and silver. They were attacking each other, lost gold, lost silver, right? All, you name it. And not just because of that, but they're running out of money, period. So old Lincoln has a great idea. I'm going to create these paper dollars called greenbacks. Good for all debt, good for all purchases. The entire North can use them. We can make payroll. It'll be just as good as gold. It'll get us through the war. And you know what? It did. I mean, flawlessly. And as I said before, I mentioned this story many times. I'm going to mention it again. It worked great. The South didn't do that. Sorry about your luck, South. North won. And I think solely because of that decision, by the way. And it worked so well, he realized, I just created paper money that I can print, the government can print. There's no interest attached. There's no bonds, right? We just print what we need. He printed exactly what he needed to pay the troops, and if he needed more, he just printed more. Now, a lot of people could argue, well, that's how inflation gets started, and that's how you devalue a dollar, etc. That's true when you're importing stuff, because that country that is exporting to you, you're importing from, is going to say, well, hell, if you can print all the damn money you want, why can't we print all the money we want? And technically, if you had that attitude and the whole world agreed, you could do that, and actually everything would probably be just fine. You wouldn't even need a gold or silver backed currency, believe it or not. The problem is you have got to stop this borrowing of money, because every time we borrow money, and by the way, that's how our whole system here in America works, we have never created money to start with. Well, at least since the Federal Reserve or any central bank has been on this soil. And the Federal Reserve is not the first central bank, by the way, that tried to wrap its tentacles around this country. Other ones came and went, and every time one went, whatever president made it go at the time was automatically killed. Right? Some crazy guy killed him again. Every time. Every single president in this country. Is that a coincidence? Or just a conspiracy? Or is it fact? It's a fact. So... the central bankers internationalist bankers, right? Same banking families, been around for hundreds of years. They know that game. That's all. That's their entire net worth, their entire family, their entire history depends upon. So they will protect that at all costs. So, long story short, if we got rid of the central bank, gave the power back to Congress, changed one little piece in the Constitution that states they can borrow money, gives the Congress the power to borrow, remove that and change it to you can never borrow money, but you can print your own money. And as the Constitution says, you value each dollar or whatever, paper money that comes out. You set the value, Congress, not foreign rates and swaps and all this crap and the Federal Reserve printing money out of control when it feels like it. And because we have bonds created that we have to pay interest on, and we have other currencies we're having to deal with, you can devalue a dollar in a hurry. But again, locally, it doesn't affect anything. It does affect you when you import stuff. So that's one key issue that has to be dealt with. On the other side, man, gold and silver have a real good track record of being money. And even if they put a system where they said, okay, paper money, it redeemable at any bank for such and such amount of gold or silver, and you can walk into that bank and redeem it, and none of this fractional lending crap. If there's 10,000 ounces of gold and 50,000 ounces of silver at your bank, by God, if they've issued that much money, you better be able to go to your bank and get it. None of this fractional crap. That would work too, because you wouldn't have to lug around gold and silver coins with you all over the place, as long as you knew you could always get it and it was always there. Gold and silver have a fantastic record, 6,000 plus years of it. I think it's a pretty solid choice. But anyways, I just want to share that with you. Another one. So, they on this little headline, they have, see also, Mammoth Lakes files for bankruptcy. Southland City struggle to avoid bankruptcy. And Stockton is largest U.S. city to see bankruptcy protection. And that was the one I talked about the other day. Now, add San Bernardino. Am I saying that right? Bernardino. And no, I'm not talking about Dino from the Flintstones. That's a cartoon. And technically, what I just read to you is a cartoon. Also, it's like a circus. This whole damn thing. So, just want to share that with you. This is a cut, man. How's that recovery sounding, man? This recovery's looking real good. How can we still have 8.2 or whatever percent unemployment? Yet we've had 3 bankruptcy filings in California alone in just the last few weeks. Normally, this might be something you hear about every several years, once in a blue moon. 3 in just a few weeks? And before that, it was months before that for other states like Alabama and New York and was it Pennsylvania or Philadelphia? I forget the other one. Maybe it was New Jersey, one of the New Jersey towns. I think it was New Jersey. So we're lied to. Don't believe the unemployment numbers. It's just nonsense.